Application of various gel polish finishes. We're going to be working on a gel polish base, which is what I'm doing here. A nice thin gel polish base, so a small amount of product on the brush. Small controlled movements, pulling back the side walls, making sure you use the edge of the brush to guide down into the side wall area. Making sure you pull off at the end too. You can also cap the nail first, which is what I'm doing here, and then go in with the main bead. It then kind of stops you getting a bump at the end. Pop those into cure for 60 seconds. The other two nails are hard gel and builder gel, so I'm going to be using those as well. So this is a metallic. Now metallic, you have to make sure that your bristles are coming straight towards the end of the nail, and even around these corners we need to make sure that the bristles are straight. This is because you can see every line in your gel polish. You can see every single line in a metallic gel polish. Make sure you also cap the end, so very gentle cap, and go over the top of it again because you will see that, and then pop it in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. So always do a minimum of 2 coats of gel polish. If the colour is very translucent, then you may need 3. So we're going to repeat the same thing again. For this metallic polish, bristles going straight up, controlled, pulling back the side walls, slow movements, making sure that there's no excess on the free edge or near the cuticle. Wipe any excess away, make sure that it is capped, and pop it in 60 seconds to cure. And then we're going to apply a top coat a little bit later on these. So moving to red, okay, so red is very pigmented and needs to be applied in controlled thin layers, whether that's 2 or 3. Okay, we shouldn't be aiming for 1, and if we need more than 2, then we should be applying it in 2 layers. So as you can see, I'm pulling back the side wall and using that right hand side of my brush to guide the product down to the free edge, and I'm also pulling back this left side wall here and using the left hand side of the brush slowly to guide it to the free edge, making sure that I cap and I pull any excess product off the nail. So I'm just capping along there very gently, but then pulling any excess off. So I'm going back over it to pull that excess. You can actually cap first. Okay, so you are able to cap first and then go in with the product and do the same routine, but you won't need to cap again. So I'm just making sure that that product is really smooth, really even, and I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure. My second coat is going to be repeated and it is going to be mirrored. It is going to be exactly the same, but it will also allow me to correct any mistakes if I've missed anywhere, or if I need to go over another area again, or if I've got a bit where I've missed with my brush. You can see I'm pulling back the side walls and I pull back the cuticles so I can get as close as possible. I don't put a lot of product on my brush. I don't rush application. It's really slow, really controlled. Okay, so just make sure that you don't have any areas where there's more product than others. Make sure that it's even, and then pop that in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. The next one we're going to move on to is French. So I've put 2 coats of French pink on top of this hard gel. You don't need a base coat when you're using hard gel or builder gel, so you don't need to apply a base coat. And what I'm doing here is the swipe method. I'm popping my white in the area that I want my French tip, plus a little bit extra because I'm going to wipe this off. I'm then going to get a gel brush and I'm going to soak it in gel cleanse and dab off the excess. And I'm going to use the sharp edge to wipe in that smile line. So I'm going to wipe in a rainbow, in a U shape, wipe in the smile line and wipe the excess off my brush. And I can also then go back in and clean up any areas I need. Or you can use a liner brush to create a small thin on short nails like this, especially. With gel polish you will only ever be doing short nails, so this is perfect. So a short, thin French tip with a liner brush, pop that in the lamp. Make sure that you don't do it too thick because you will get a bump at the end. I'd rather you do it thin and then repeat for a second layer. So just make sure that you don't overload that French tip with lots and lots of products. It will, as I say, become a lump. Make sure that you cap that free edge while you're doing it. Make sure you get down the side walls and it's nice and neat. Everything I do is really, really slow and controlled. And I've always got a whole